when we started our careers, it was roughly around the time when, you know, Yasin Malik would be this poster boy, would be often in Delhi, visiting the Pakistan embassy, would be called to conclaves, shaking hands with the former Prime Minister, and contrasting that time, and this is roughly between 2006 and 2008, when he would be there in Delhi, the face of the youth in Kashmir, and contrast that to today. Now, what do you think was lacking in all these years, in the 14 or 15 years in between? Why did it take so long, Smita?
Yes, true that Yasin Malik was considered a kind of a moderate in the early 2000s. In the 1990s, he was in an armed struggle, which he himself has admitted. Nobody internationally wanted to hear our voice on Kashmir at that time. We had literally lost Kashmir on the ground, which is the truth. And internationally, there was no support coming our way at that time. In the 90s, it was a terrible situation. From that point, we climbed our way out of that situation. As far as the early 2000s were concerned, and then even after that, so far as 2008, I think, when in that event he was considered a youth icon. I have myself seen how he was welcomed by the Pakistani High Commissioner in New Delhi, and the entire Hurriyat, at their Pakistan Days functions and things like that, when as journalists we had to go, we would see how they were considered as VIPs. I mean, I have seen myself how the High Commissioner would abandon, while he would be talking to Indian members of Parliament in that reception, he would just leave them and rush to welcome Gilani and Malik and all these people as if they were like bigger than Indian elected members of Parliament. And mind you, when Yasin Malik was invited, even by the Prime Minister in his official residence, it was with the full knowledge of the bureaucracy. It wasn't just a political decision. So at that point of time, if we blame one media organization or one Prime Minister, Yasin Malik is right. He has worked with Indian politicians and Indian bureaucracy across the board. Whether he or whether Gilani Hurriyat they were fated. They were considered as people who could be worked with. The softer element of the freedom struggle. So, there have been historical blunders. Things have changed. Now he will rot in jail and fight his other cases where he could well get, hanged to death. He could get that sentence too. So let us see. Let him fight it out now. But he will rot in jail and not come out. It's not 14 years or 15 years. It's life imprisonment. Rest of his life he will spend in jail.
Why are people mourning today, Renzusha? Why are people mourning? Why is Mehbooba Mufti, and I know you're not a spokesman for the Mehbooba Mufti-led PDP, but why is she praising Pakistan judiciary today? And why isn't anybody, you included, condemning her praising Pakistan judiciary while running down Indian courts?